Welcome or welcome back to the Big Bear Yarns podcast, episode number 33. I am Anna, the dyer behind Big Bear Yarns. I live in Essex in the UK with my two dogs, my cat and my sister. This is my podcast where I will talk about everything I have been knitting and crocheting, sometimes what I've been reading or watching, like things that come into the shop, things that are on sale in the shop, all of that sort of thing. So I will just get started. I have finished. Let me just check if I'm mic'd up. I've plugged in the thing. Yes, it's all turned on. Good to go. So I do have a finished item this week. They are a little bit wet because I started blocking them before I went out this morning. But they are socks number 47 for the year. Try and get a thumbnail. Although that side is not very neat on my sock. This will be a better side, this one. Yeah, these are socks number 47. There are two of them. They are knit in my own yarn. This yarn colour is not actually available. It was in my shop for a long time and it just never sold. So it is red sheer undyed. So it is. I do have some yarns in my shop on that base, and it is a lovely rustic sort of base. If you want like a slightly toothier sock that's going to last a little bit longer, I think it's listed as a rustic 4-ply on my bases. This is a good one. It does last. It is a bit of a workhorse, but it is nowhere near as soft as a merino or the merino mohair, pardon me, or the merino cashmere, obviously. So these are knit on 2.5 millimeter DPNs. They are cuff down, 64 stitches, 20 rounds of a 2x2 rib, and I did 50 rounds of the leg, 70 rounds for the toe, for the foot, and that doesn't include the toe, but it does include the gusset decreases. So from where I pick up the stitches to where I begin the toe is 70 stitches for me, and I am a UK size 7. Hello, baby bear, come here. Sorry, Odie is very excited because we've been out this morning. And we've just got back, and I thought I need to record. I thought I'm not going to have time to record, but then my sister wanted to have a bit of a chill before we took the dogs out, so I thought I'll just record. God, I look a bit fluffy, don't I? It doesn't matter. My spot on my top lip is there, but let's just pretend it's not. Yeah, I'm gonna put these down because they're actually quite wet. I think that's everything you know about them. So let's pop those there. I've got a little bit of yarn left, if I can reach. Yeah, got this little nugget left of yarn. I don't know, what is this? Probably like 35 grams, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure. So I do have some. I'll show you what I've been working on. I think I've done a little bit on most of my socks. We'll see. So these ones are the same stitch pattern as the other ones, so I didn't go into the stitch pattern on that one because I'll go into it on these ones. So this is that. Same stitch pattern. So for this pattern, if you're interested, I do like how it looks, that sort of moving over, how it moves over. I quite like that. So I knit my cuff on 2.5 millimeter DPNs. I use all 5 needles. I did 20 rounds of a 2x2 cuff, and then so the 2x2 cuff is knit 2, purl 2. Then to do the pattern, you would do purl 2, knit 2 all the way around, and I did that for 5 rounds. Then the next 5 rounds, you do knit 2, purl 2 for 5. Then for another 5 rounds, you do purl 2, knit 2 all the way around, and that just goes on. And then I don't continue the pattern on the underside of the foot. I don't find it that comfortable to have patterns on the underside of my foot. I prefer that just to be stocking stitch. And that is, I think, what is it, 10, 20, 30 rounds. These are for my sister. So that's 30 rounds of the leg. They look so small like this, but they do stretch because they're ribbon, aren't they? So they've got a good bit of stretch to them. Yeah. Oh, I didn't say what yarn this is, did I? This is Cascade Heritage. Let me get the little tag out. Yeah. So Cascade Heritage. And it is colour number 5658. It doesn't matter. I don't know why I hold it up. I don't think you can ever even see it. What is the point? Okay. I just use it with my hair because I thought my hair is just super fluffy and just in the way. I don't know, let me see if I can do something about it. Maybe this will be better. Just get it kind of out of the way a bit. Maybe that's a bit better. I don't know. I mean, you can't tell me what you think really in real time. It's not like I can get feedback from you. And like, oh. So yeah, I'm onto the foot of that sock. So I should be onto sock number 2 by next week. There. This one. Oh yeah. So I've done sock number 1, which is beautiful. It really is. It's so beautiful. And I'm on to sock number 2. I have done the cuff, the leg, and I've done the first row of the slip stitch heel. This is Vikings of Norway Nordless. Viking of Norway Nordless. Colour number 935. Again, 2.5 millimeters, 64 stitches, 2x2 cuff. Although I was wearing a pair of my socks the other day, which were a 2x2 twisted cuff, and they are comfortable. So there might be some twisted rib socks coming back into rotation. Let me grab my basket of projects. Oh yeah, these are new because obviously I've got one pair off. So I've done the cuff. Let me show you. Let me just tuck all the ends in. There are a lot of ends. A lot. Okay. I've tucked most of them in, but some of them are falling out the bottom. So this is my own hand-dyed. This is my flower garden set. Yeah, this is flower garden, where you get 5 20-gram minis, and each 20 grams is 80 meters. So let me show you. You get 5 colors. Let me try and stack them. You've seen 4 of the colors. The 5th color is this. Look how messy that cake is. Oh, honestly, you'd think I'd never caked a yarn before in my life. Minis are really hard to cake neatly. I don't know if any of you guys find that, but trying to make a mini cake nicely, I struggle with. It might be partly because I kind of lose my attention span. Like this one's not too bad. Like I think I might just lose attention span partway through because it's so fiddly. There's so many of them. These ones look very similar, but they're not. I mean, you can tell they're different. I don't know why I said that. So there's the blue. I'm not going to be able to fit them all in one hand. I don't know why I thought I would. I pictured myself holding it all in one hand. That was never going to be the case, was it? Okay, there you go. They're the 5 colours, so there's just this blue still to go. There. So I'm doing 5 rounds of each colour all the way down the sock until I get to the heel. And then depending on what colour I've got to, I'll just do that colour. I haven't even worked out who they're for yet or anything. I've done this, so I don't like the blips that you get in socks when you change yarn on ribbon if you continue in the ribbon pattern. So I do 5 rounds. I did 5 rounds of the first colour in the 2x2 ribbon, and then the first round of the new colour I just knit every stitch, and that you get a different sort of blip. You get a blip where it doesn't suck in quite as much, but you don't get like the different colours peeking through, which I'm not really such a fan of. Like, you can see it on the inside. You see what I mean? See, these blips would be out here if you did it in the ribbon. So I prefer this. And then I'll just do 5 rounds. I'm not sure who these will be for. I'll decide that as I knit. I need to have a look at where I am with everyone's socks, what I've got cast on for everyone. I still have 1 set of this sock set in my shop. It was a colour that they are colours I didn't write down anything, so they're non-repeatable. They are just, that is what they are. That's the number. That is the number. What am I saying? The number of sets that I dyed up is all there will be. That's what I was trying to say. One of those days. Every day is one of those days for me. Try to pretend it was just one of those things that happens. No, it's constant. Okay. Sock number 1 done. But, this is my own colour. So this is Antique. These are for my sister. And I have done almost all the leg. I think I have 4 more rounds to go to complete the leg. Then I'll be onto the heel flap. So these, theoretically, will be done for next week. I do need to get, I think, 3 more pairs done for next week. So I need to crack on with that. So for next week, for the end of the month, so for Saturday, I need to have had 3 pairs done so I can have caught up on September and catch up on September and have done all the ones for October too. I mean, it is just a goal I set for myself. There's no, there's nothing that's going to happen if I don't do it, but I've been doing so well all year. It'd be kind of a shame to drop off at this stage, don't you think? This one. This is also my own colour. I'm going to be dropping stitches if I'm not careful. I don't know where I got to last time, but I've completed the cuff. So this is my colour Driftwood, which is brown and aqua and mauve. You won't get such a good idea about what it looks like until it's actually been knit up properly. I don't think you get somewhat of an idea in the cuff, but I don't think you really get a full picture of how a yarn will knit up until you start knitting it in the pattern or stocking stitch. So this is what it looks like. This is Driftwood. I do think I have one skein of driftwood left, maybe two. I've started trying to be a bit more, honestly, words are a problem today, a bit more organised. So I've started writing down like the start date, and I'll write down who the socks were for, what colourway it was, and I finished it. So hopefully I can keep, when I sit down to go through socks, I'll know what's what. So yeah, cuff done. This one also cuff done. This is my colour Moorland. I'm excited to see how this one knits up. This one's very pretty. Purple and green. Purple and green is... oh, I'm tangled. Hold on. There we go. What was I saying? Who cares? There you go. Yeah, so it's greens and purples, really. Just all shades of green and purple and mauve. Love it. I don't know who any of these socks are for yet. Like I said, I have to go through and have a look. And until I get, because we all have the same, we all wear 64 stitch socks. So I can just work it out. Like if they're for my sister, they'll normally be a shorter leg than for me and my mum. Although I am knitting, I've got to chuck away another pair of my shorter socks. So I need to knit some more shorter socks for myself to restock. I mean, I do have over 50 pairs of socks, so I really should just chuck them away once. I'm not going to be wearing once they're worn through, and just wear other ones. Okay, so this sock, I'm sure I've made progress on since. I have done I've done all the gusset. Dropping everything. Hold on. Where's it go? Okay, it's rolled right away. Hold on. Oh, this is so tangled now. Oh, hold on. Well, why am I telling you to hold on? Bag has fallen down as well. Oh, honestly. Why am I putting that bag back on my lap? It's just going to slip off again. Anyway, I've done the gusset decreases for this sock. This is for me. This is going to be a shorter sock. This is just the sort of size I like to wear in trainers. So soft. This is in Cascade Heritage. It is colour number 126. 126. Check what the cat was doing. She looks like she's up to mischief, but I don't think she is. So I should be on to sock number 2 by next week. Oh god. Oh. Okay, this bag, the zipper is stuck. There we go. And this is my last. I keep forgetting that I can keep talking and my voice might be muffled because the microphone goes with me. It's right here. So it doesn't matter how I move, or I can just keep talking. You think at some point I'll start remembering that, but it'll probably take me a while. I feel very... Feyre, don't do that. She did it. I feel very unsettled, you know, like usually I get up, I get ready and I record first thing, but recording later in the day kind of puts everything off a bit. This is the last pair to show. They are on King Cole North on their colour Freya. These have actually worked out perfectly, and it's pure chance. There was no planning involved. So 64 stitches, 20 rounds of 2x2 ribbon. Then I did 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 rounds of the so I did 50 rounds for the leg, and then it just so happened that all of this pattern bit is then in the all the way down to the heel. I only had to do the last 2 rounds of my heel turn in the new colour, which means that it doesn't upset the stripes really at all. It's quite fun. So yeah, this is King Cole North. These are for me, these ones. I haven't been able to keep any of the King Cole North yet for myself. 2 pairs went to my sister, another pair went to my mum, so I am having these ones. Yeah. King Cole North. You can see that. The lighting's not great today. And Freya, so that's colour 5402. That's all of my socks. Oh, I'm only 20 minutes in. That's good. I didn't chat too much. Put my bags back so I don't misplace anything. What's this cat doing now? She's minding her own business. I'm going to have some water quickly. Hold on. Okay. Oh yeah, my other projects. So, get this over here. So this is the cardigan I'm crocheting as a Christmas gift. Okay, so I'm not going to say who it's for because I don't think they've seen Itchy Nose. I don't think they've seen the podcast where I talk about who it's for. So this is the back of a cardigan I've been making for someone. It's just a big panel at the moment. I'm almost done. That colour went odd, didn't it? Should we do it again? Okay. Don't keep doing that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is 52 rounds so far. So I'm hoping I don't have to go too much longer. I'm going to measure it again because I want to do a full cardigan for this person. But I'm beginning to become concerned that I'm going to run out of yarn. I did go into Home Bargains the other day and I checked to see if they had any more of this yarn, and they did not. So it looks like this is what I'm going to have. And I'm going to have to make it work. So I have this much left, like half of it. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 400 grams, 450 grams left. I've used one full one, 1/3 of one, and I'm used half. So I'm going to measure this. I'm going to do probably to 55 rounds, and I'm going to measure. Last time I measured, I was at 22 inches long. I was hoping to get to like 23.5 because I think this person would prefer a slightly longer cardigan, but I think it would be better to do lengthwise the length the person would like, and then if I'm running out of yarn, what I might do is just do it like without sleeves, just do a nice ribbon here, and have it be something they wear over just a long top, because they're really not a sort of like, they wouldn't wear a cropped jumper, cardigan, anything like that. So that'll be the best thing. And then the other thing I've been working on, not very exciting, it's just a blanket. So just this, I'll just show you quickly. I don't think I'm in the middle of a round, am I? Maybe I am. Yeah, I'm in the middle of a round row. In the middle of a row. Oh well. that's great. I'll show you what I can. So this is it. Can't really see it very well. I've shown it before. And this is how much I have done in the last week since I showed you I was going to start working on it again. I've done, what is that? 3 inches? About 3 inches. I just want to get this off my needles at this point. I've got this much left of the yarn. I did a bit of sorting to see, because I want to make sure I've got enough to bind off, but I also want to use up as near as damn it, all of it. So I've been looking, which one's connected? This one. So I think I'm going to save these 2 for binding off. This will be more than enough, but I want to make sure I have enough. I don't have to go back and redo it. I won't be getting any more of this yarn. I just don't think you can get it. I think it's discontinued. So I've got these, 1, 2, I think there were 75 grams each, these cakes. So I've got 1, 2, I've got 4 75 grams left, and this little nugget left. Hold on 1 second, please. Odin, could you leave your paws alone? Odin? He keeps licking his paw so much he's making it bleed. No, there's 5 of them. 4. I counted the ones in the basket. I forgot the one that was in my hand. 5 75 grams. Honestly. So hopefully have got through at least, I'm hoping to have got through 2 of them by next week. Hopefully. I might even take it up to my bed for a bit and do some bedtime knitting on it, just to get it off. I just want to get some of these things cleared off my needles and hooks and out of the baskets before the new year, so I can start the new year a little bit fresh. Like, socks don't really count because there's a never-ending conveyor belt of like socks being started, socks being finished. Socks are always being finished, so I don't really mind how many socks I have on my needles. They don't linger that long. And if they do, even if they do linger a little bit, they will be done eventually. Whereas this has been on my needles for way too long, and I don't want to get in the habit of just starting new things all of the time. So that is everything I have been working on. I'm getting such a headache. I think it's because I wasn't drinking enough today when I was out. So, oh, there's a needle here. Where did this come from? I'll go through my bag, aren't I, and work out where that came from. Put that there. Let me just get settled. I don't know if you guys are a bit wonky, but I don't want to move you because I always make it worse when I try and sort that. So, I think that is everything. So my dog, Odin, he really wants something from me. Oh, what do you want, baby? I haven't got any treats on me at the moment. I've already given you all the ones I had. he's very upset that he was left. Their dogs don't get left very often at all. If, as much as possible, we always try and just take them with us. So when they're left, they get very upset about it. Oh, so I do have some new yarn to show you. Not all of it's new, but okay. So I had a pre-order. They're still kind of like on their dye, I don't know, dye yarn. I don't know what you call it. Like, they haven't been skeined up since they were dyed, is what I'm trying to say. I haven't had time to, since they've been drying. So I've got to post this order for one of these this afternoon. Then it'll be off nicely in time, because technically I always like to try and get any dyed to order yarns out as soon as physically possible. So this one doesn't actually have to be dispatched until I think the 20th of November. So I'll be nicely ahead of schedule. You never know when. That's the thing as well. I want to get them I want to get them dispatched as soon as possible, is what I'm trying to say. Partly because obviously people have ordered something, they want it as soon as they can get it. I understand that. I'm the same. If I order something, I don't have to wait 5 weeks for it to come. I want it to be as soon as possible, but you know, things take as long as they take. So I always like to get them dyed up quickly, because also you never know when you're going to suddenly get, which has happened before, and it's a very good problem to have as a small business, is where you suddenly get a rush of dyed to order orders, or any order. And I've had that where I've had like orders just backed up, and I've been in the kitchen every day just dyeing dyed to orders up. So you never know when that's going to suddenly happen. I like to stay on top of it, is what I'm trying to say, very inarticulately. This is going to be a bit of a haphazard episode, I think. So it's not neatly. This isn't how it will be skeined up to be sold, but this just to give you an idea. Oh gosh, look how messy it is. It's not going to look its best at all, but this is spiced apple. There you go. Spiced apple is dark red, brown, and pink. The pink, you wouldn't actually know it's in there. The pink just adds like a depth to the red. So it's all speckles all over. Let me show you one untwisted one. Grab these ones. So this is what it looks like untwisted. Then you have lighter patches where it's still dyed, but it's just like pale with light speckles in there. It has like most of it has some level of speckle in it, and then you've got the darker parts. So this is spiced apple. I have some of these in stock now on the merino, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon base. And then should I show you now? It is a bit early for shoppers, but shops do have their Christmas bits in, don't they? And you know, it's better to show it now, get it in the shop as soon as possible, than if people do buy it and I do have time then to re-dye and more people can have it. So this is the first new Christmas colour that will be coming to my shop this year. And this is mulled wine. I did record some footage of me dyeing mulled wine. I haven't actually reviewed the footage yet, so I don't know if it's going to work out. Let me see if I can grab some scissors and snip this cable and just skein this up so you can get a better idea about what it looks like. Let me have a look. Yeah. So, get out of the way. yeah, so I did record some footage of me dyeing this yarn. Not like a tutorial, I'm not talking or anything in the video. I'm just dyeing the yarn. It might even be sped up because I think it is quite long. So mulled wine is purples and reds. So there are 3 purples, which are, so you'll see in the video, I do a layer of liquid dye onto the skein in the purple, just the purple shade. Then I move the yarn and do another layer of the purple, but this time it is half the original quantity of the purple and half brown. So it gives like a moody kind of depth to the colour. So you get the same shades repeated, but with the brown in them until the very end when you get just the reds. So that's how you get these pops of the red. Yeah. So this is mulled wine. Was there anything else? I do have some other Christmas colours, but I'll just show you that one for now. Oh, as it's the last episode of the month, I will show you what yarns I've picked out to knit up in November. Okay, so I've got the Yarn Smith's Merino sock in, I'm not sure what the colour is, but it's a dark purple. It is 2K355, which is the purple. Then I've taken out some Christmas yarns. So we've got West Yorkshire Spinners in the colour Gingerbread. Yeah, November is when I start decorating for Christmas and I get Christmassy. And then we've got Stylecraft Head Over Heels in shade Miracle. That is super Christmassy and sparkle. Then we've got West Yorkshire Spinners Nutcracker. This one is Christmassy, but it doesn't feel quite as Christmassy as that Stylecraft one. And what else? Oh yeah, another Christmas one. We've got a West Yorkshire Spinners Hollyberry, and that feels more classic Christmas again. And then some of my colours. So these colours will remain in the shop until I go to cake them up to use them, and then I'll take them out of the shop. So if this one doesn't sell before I cake it up, this is the last one left of Fireside. I've taken this one out because I'm going to knit my uncle a pair of socks, and this I think will be a lovely colour for him. I think this will be a really nice colour for a men's pair of socks. I love that gold. It's very pretty. Yeah, so any of these ones will still be in the shop when you see this, but once I cake them up to knit them, I'll obviously take them out of the shop. So if you do like them, they're still available. So there's Soft Rose. Which I'm looking forward to knitting. I think I might do my mum a pair of these. So I would do a pair of shorties with this, but this is my rustic sock. I have one on merino sock as well. This is on both rustic and merino at the moment. This is brown and pink and green. It's like it's a much softer version of Rose Tea, actually. Soft Rose. And Peach Iced Tea. Just a warm kind of golden brown and peachy oranges. Which I am looking forward to knitting because I do feel like it's going to be cozy socks. and then this one is Toasty Toes. So all of those are still available at the moment, but they'll be coming out as I cake them up. So those are the ones that I've taken out for knitting this coming month. I've done a little bit more work on the Fallen Leaves hat, but I mean, I'll show you, but not really much at all to like show, just a few rounds while I was watching TV. It looks so tiny. It's a hat, but it looks so tiny. I don't even know if you can see the progress. Let me see if I can show you like that. Like 4 rounds or something. So got a ways to go with that. I think that is everything I've been working on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I feel even less together than I usually am. And this spot on my lip keeps distracting me. I keep thinking, what's happened to my face? And it's just a spot. Yeah, so that's everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for any comments and likes and anyone who subscribed. I really do appreciate it. I have recorded footage for the 3rd Vlogtober video, and it will be going up. It was meant to have gone up today, which is Monday, but it hasn't, and it won't. I haven't had time. So I will do the finish editing it in the next day or so and get that up. And then week 4 will probably then go up next week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe earlier. It depends on how quickly I can get around to it. I think that's everything I intended to say. Every time I finish, I always then remember something I was meant to say. But I think that is everything. I keep looking at myself because of my spot. It keeps distracting me instead of the camera, and I do apologise for that. I'll just say thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.